Hi guys, it's Brittany. So today I'm going to be reviewing The Menu, and it was released in theaters on November 18th, 2022. And upon its release, it has gotten positive views, and it has a good cast. Ralph Fiennes as a celebrity chef who has his own restaurant on a private island, who invites a selected group of people to his island to taste his food on this private island. And Nicholas Hoult as a foodie, which he just, loves to eat food. And, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there who love food, and I know I do. And Anya Taylor-Joy, who plays Margot, and he had invited her because he was going to invite his girlfriend over, but since the breakup, he wasn't able to invite her over, so instead he invited Margot, who he is not really involved with romantically, but just the one he invited over. But he knew what was going to happen at this restaurant on the island, and for those who know, you know what I'm talking about at the end. For those who don't know and who want to see it, I will not give it away. But I will say though that I did like the performances, but the story itself just really confused me. It really did, because there are some parts where I thought, okay, maybe it's leading this way, but then just when it seemed like it was leading one way, it was leading to something else. And so most of the time I just thought, okay, so where is this going? And so I was just pretty much confused the whole time. And yeah, so I was somehow trying to figure out, okay, where is this going, especially with the characters and just the story itself and all that. And so through the whole time, like I said, I was just clueless, and I'm like, okay, this is hard to figure this one out. And Ralph Fiennes, his performance as this like strict and a bit uptight, high profile chef, he did a really great job, very convincing. And his character is very, even though he's proud of his work, of the food he cooks, but he seems like the way he acts is just intimidating, you know? And I've noticed that's the kind of characters he plays in some other movies as too, where he can be quite a bit serious and just very intimidating, where you feel like you don't want to get too close because he might bite. So yeah, that's the feeling that I got from his character. And so he did a great job with that, although I felt like at the same time where the movie was leading up to, because there were some things where he had presented some of these food dishes, and of course some of them looked somewhat strange, and I'm like, okay, what? But of course now the end though, like about the s'mores, that was just so twisted. I did not see that coming, and I didn't know it was gonna lead up to something like that. But with Nicholas Hoult, with his character, jeez, I forgot his character's name, but he already knew what was going to happen, and because when he admitted to Margot of what he knew what was going to happen, it just made it worse. And so of course, there was something he had to do to cook something, but of course it didn't turn out so good, and so that led to his demise. And I'm not gonna say how it happened, but it did. And so, but then, so with Margot though, oh, hang on, just real quick. Okay, I'm back. So, and then with Margot though, because, she hadn't really ate anything. I think there are probably some things she did eat, but not every meal that was presented at the restaurant. And so the one thing that she truly wanted because she was hungry, and that was a cheeseburger. And that's what he cooked for her, the chef. And she wanted one to take it with her, so of course she took one to go. But everyone was there, and like I said, so the last thing that happens is that, okay, so the last thing, I think the last meal, or not meal, but the dessert was s'mores, but not in the way that you think. This isn't the kind of s'mores you would have over a campfire. No, this was a very the way he presented this dessert was just bizarre and just so twisted that it's like, why? And that's another thing too, because and I just want to say, for those who haven't seen this movie, if you don't want to hear any spoilers, you might as well not watch the rest, because I probably might mention just a little bit. So you can go ahead and click off if you want and not hear anything. So, and for those who have seen this, I'm gonna go ahead and say what happens, but like I said, the way this dessert was presented, it was just so sick. It was just very twisted, and it led to, like, everyone that was there led to their demise. And to me, it was just like the most awful, the most like I don't have any other words, but it was just very unsettling to have see it that way. And now, of course, I'm not going to go into detail to how everyone died within the restaurant, but it was just bizarre. It really was. And that's the one thing I did not like. That confused me. And the thing is, I think the reason why this chef has selected these people, because they had flaws. They all had done something terrible in their life, and that if they had the chance to take it back, would they? But the thing is, I don't know, to me, the way I see it is that no matter what horrible thing each character has done, like from a scale like 1 to 10 or 1 to 50, like no matter how bad someone did something, that doesn't mean that they have to die. To me it's like, well, if someone did something horrible, why not take them to court? Or why not turn them over to the police, and they could serve their time in jail for who knows how long, maybe 10, 20, 30 years, or maybe much longer. It's like, why not let them have some kind of punishment where they could still live, but not to the point where it's okay, because you've done this horrible thing, then you're gonna die along with me and everyone else in this restaurant. It's like, I did not like that. And so pretty much he did something where the restaurant pretty much was burned, like him and everyone else in it. And to me, that was just a really sick and twisted way for him to do that, to himself, along with the other chefs and everyone there. Like I said, and even that confused me. Like, what was the whole point of this? Like, what? But because I didn't like the performances, I would give it, like I said, I just didn't like where it was going. And because this is a black comedy horror movie, like, I don't really get dark humor. I don't find dark humor funny at all. Um, so yeah, I just didn't quite get it, and why it had to end it the way it did. And I just want to point out, I know for those who probably have seen this, who either really liked it or loved it and really enjoyed it, that's fine. That's okay. Although personally with me, I mean, I did like the performances, and there are some things I didn't like, but when it came up to the ending, I just thought it was just like, to me, it was just really messed up, and I did not like that. So to me, I just thought, okay, I did not see this coming at all. And so honestly, I would have to give it, um, like I said, personally, I don't quite like it as much as as much as everyone else does, but that's okay. But I would give this, like 4 out of 10. I would give at least a 60%. Um, I would give it at least a B, and 3 stars. So yeah, so that's pretty much my review of the menu. Um, yeah, um, I said what I had to say, but anyway, I just want to say, for those who have either really liked the menu or loved it, um, leave a comment down below, if you have seen the movie and what you thought of it. And to see more movie content like this, please subscribe and click on the bell so you'll be notified when I do upload. And so I think the last thing I would say is that this movie, it was not, this wasn't what I had ordered on the menu. In fact, I might as well go ahead and probably get something else that I'll probably like. But yeah, this wasn't quite for me, not for my taste. I didn't find it very flavorful, but that's just me though. So that's all for today, and I'll see you at the movies.